In this lesson, we're going to understand how Venn diagrams are used to depict set relationships. A Venn diagram, developed by John Venn, is a simple visual way of illustrating relationships among sets. You've commonly seen the intertwine or the overlapping of two sets. Let's let one set indicate A and the other set indicate B. And then U represents the universal set. So in a Venn diagram, the rectangle or the whole part of it represents the universal set. So whatever members that are in set A and B, they are in the universal set. Now you can divide the universal, the whole set, into what we call subset. And again here, we notice that we have two subsets. We have a set A and a set B. And again, any member that is in those sets, they are still a part of the larger universal set. So why is this important? Well, we use tools such as Venn diagrams in everyday life to help us to organize information, especially when you have a large amount of information or information in which the relationship between the sets have some commonalities among each other. So notice here we have a Venn diagram, a circle within a circle, and that's all within the universal. So the Venn diagram below has three different regions. We have what is called the whales. The pink circle there represents all whales. And then inside the blue represents mammals. Okay, so notice that whales are a subset of the mammals. Within the mammals, we created a subset and said of those mammals, here's the whales. So we can conclude that since it is a subset of mammals, that all whales are mammals. Now the region that is outside of the whales, they are mammals, yes, but they're just not whales. So when you want to classify whales, they would have to go into the pink circle, that subset there. Anything that's still a mammal but not a whale would be in the blue region, such as cows, bears, and people, and so forth. Now, if you are neither one of those, you're not a mammal or a whale, then you would be out in the outer region. So the region outside of the mammals represent non-mammals, such as birds, fish, insects. However, all of these are animals, so they would be, as far as the universal set of all animals, they're all are animals. You just have different subsets or categories in which you can classify animals, but yet they're all part of the larger set. Here's another way where Venn diagrams were used to illustrate the relationships among sets. So a person can be registered for only one political party. Now, that political party can be Democrat or Republicans, or It could be other affiliate parties such as Libertarian, Green, Constitution, and Socialist, so forth. Uh, but we're going to just focus on just the two main parties, which are the Democrats and Republicans. So notice that these circles are not intertwined in any way. They are two separate circles. They don't touch, which represents that these are disjoint sets to where they don't have any elements in common. So when that is the case, then you just simply draw your circles, and they do not touch. They're separate. However, they're all part of the whole universal set of political party. Now you can have other subsets in there as well. As I mentioned, there are some other parties as well. But again, this is an example of a disjoint set. Okay, so we talked about disjoint sets. Now let's talk about the opposite. When sets overlap. This happens when sets share some of the same members, and yes, we represent that by overlapping circles. So for example, a person can win both a Nobel Peace Prize and a Pulitzer Prize. So these are examples of what you would call overlapping sets if you were to represent it. So in this case, the blue represents the winners of the Nobel Peace Prize. The pink represents those who won the Pulitzer Prize. And the purple represents those who won both prizes. Now, people such as myself would be in the tan, that is, have not won a Nobel Peace Prize or a Pulitzer Prize. So that would basically be everyone else who did not fit into any of the other subcategories. You're in the universal set of other people, everyone else.